He says hi to everybody. If you guys see him on the street, he says hi to everybody. Police, everybody. How am I supposed to feel safe with my son growing up in this world, knowing that he's not going to be able to be looked at as who he is? He's going to be looked at as the color, because of the color of his skin. I fear every day for every black person, every colored person, biracial person. Yeah, please don't take this the wrong way, but I kind of don't fear for white people because of the simple fact that they're not the ones being targeted. And every day, now that school's out, we have to fear with our black children, black grown people, colored grown people, biracial grown people walking the streets every day. Now, who's to say that cops aren't targeting? Who's to say that cops aren't targeting our black children as they're leaving from school? Because everybody knows this is Peekskill, so everybody walks together. Who's to say that one day our black children are going to be, who's to say that our black, sorry, forgive me, I'm very shy. Who's to say that our black children are going to be safe walking home in a group? Now, what happened with George Floyd, that was unexplainable. That is ridiculous. The cop knew him prior to that, 17 years prior to him killing him. He was working with him as a bouncer in a club. So there was that was a grudge, that was personal. And that is unacceptable. That is very unacceptable. And for him to only get third-degree murder, no. That was cold-blooded murder. Straight out cold-blooded murder. Talk about it. Cold-blooded. And how are we supposed to feel safe with our children and even with us walking the streets if that can happen to us? We could be laid out in cold-blooded murder and not get justice. That is ridiculous. We should get justice. Not no third degree, no, life. They need to be in jail for life, not fired. What is that gonna do? They're still gonna see us on the street and still kill us and still get away with it. And that is not right. My brother's mother was killed by the police in Mount Vernon. Killed! She didn't even get to make it to court on Monday. That's ridiculous. And she got arrested for shoplifting, okay? The police, they arrested her. They told her, she told them that she had chronic health conditions. Because she just be given a ticket. No, she got arrested. Okay, she was very compliant. She ended up going to the hospital. Yes, hospital. She ended up going to the hospital because she was having breathing problems. They returned her back to the precinct. How come she didn't make it to court that Monday? How come that Turner did not make it to court that Monday? That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous, and every day I cry because my brothers, they're black, they're African American, and they have to walk to school. They walk to the store. They like to go outside, and I fear every day. My father is straight out African American, and he walks the street every day, goes to work, does what he's supposed to do. Now, how would I feel if I got that phone call or my mom got that phone call saying that he was killed by the police? I would be devastated, and I'm gonna tell you right now, this building would not be standing. And we all are here right now, and we all need to stick together as a community, as a black community. We need to stick together, and we need to start doing more stuff to support the color of our skin. Instead of fighting with each other, we need to be fighting the system. We need to be standing outside these courtrooms. We need to be standing outside of other courtrooms as well, fighting for justice. So what if whatever the person did, they need to have the proper justice. I'm taking criminal justice at Monroe College right now. I'm going to become a lawyer. After that, I'm going to John Jay because I need to make sure that my people have the proper justice. I need to make sure that my people are not going to die when they get arrested. But you know what? It starts with us coming together as a community.
Yes.
We all need to stick together like glue.
Don't think it's not going to happen to you. It's going to happen. It happens to you.
Exactly. Because any one of us standing in this crowd right now could be next.
It's going to happen.
So we need to stick together as a community.
Murdered. George Floyd was murdered.
Yes, he was.
He was murdered by officers of the law that were sworn to protect him, paid by his tax dollars. But brothers and sisters, this is not an isolated incident. This is a part of something much more sinister than that. Our basic needs commodified to a point where we cannot afford to sustain ourselves and our families. Holding us hostage to our employers who refuse to pay us the same as the next white man. Holding us hostage to a justice system that truly doesn't bring justice to all of us. Impoverishing us. Isolating us, segregating us. Our communities are redlined. Not given the resources, the funding that they need.
Over-policing.
Over-policing. That's right. Dispossessed. Our homes foreclosed upon. Our property taken. Does this sound familiar?
Yep.
And it's not. For the white people out there, you heard MLK say it. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Right.
And this system that we're living in, this capitalist system that is more concerned about property, about accumulating power, and giving it to the top 1%, that's a problem.
Parasitic capitalism.
So when we come up here and talk about change, we need to be specific.
Right.
Because this isn't just in Minneapolis.
Everywhere.
The structural racism that exists right here in this community.
Right.
I just want to give thanks to Robin, who came up here and introduced herself as a racist white woman. Because I am also a racist white passing Latina. Because racism is embedded in our society and there's nothing we can do to avoid it.
That's right.
All we can do is to do the work to undo the racism that exists in us and in our systems. And this isn't just about getting rid of individual racist cops. When I think about the action I can take as an elected official of this great city of Peekskill, I think about our budget. Because brothers and sisters, a lot of money is going to our police departments. And there are better uses of that money.
That's right.
Like in the community.
That's right. So when the opportunity comes in front of the council for us to be given a free armored vehicle from the military.
Can you repeat that?
A militarized, an armored vehicle. It's a tank. Let's just call it what it is.
The police who?
If we truly are standing by our black and brown brothers and sisters today in this time, that we won't accept that. Because we know what militarizing the police and communities does. There was words said up here that we shouldn't bring up the past. Let me tell you that that person was wrong. Because if we don't talk about the past, we won't learn from it. We'll continue to repeat it. People will continue to be killed. Families impoverished. Illness. Environmental justice communities right here. With the #1 polluter right in our backyard. Burning our trash, the wheelbrader. And who is most impacted by that pollution? It's us. So we as leaders need to put our money where our mouth is. And we need to say no to these projects. We need to take every opportunity we can to ensure that our resources are going towards, especially when we talk of our police department, our resources going towards holding them accountable, towards them truly serving the community. Because why are we going to put our money into giving our police more tools to enforce the law? Because what really we need is an intervention on what enforcement actually means.
Abolish the racist police. Abolish policing.
And I'm not saying that we should be allowing criminals to walk around putting our communities in danger. Because that's not the case. The reality is our police department was founded on racist values. We know the original police departments were slave patrols, that's right. And until our institutions are open and clear about that racism, recognizing that, we can't start doing that work. We can't continue to be in denial. We need to stay organized. And we need to be so organized that when the time comes, we make our leaders move. That they listen to us. So I urge you all to stay involved, to get involved. Unionize your workplace.
Yeah.
Join your local Democratic Socialists of America chapter, where we are truly looking at our material conditions in our local communities and finding ways in which we can take action and change it. Join the NAACP. Who's also, with their game changers, taking action locally here, really highlighting the needs of our people. Again, I'm just so grateful to be here. And I know some people might judge us for being here in a pandemic, but I just want to say that it's a privilege because there are so many people out there lining up for food distribution, hundreds at a time, that have absolutely no ability to be out of a crowd because they need to feed their families. They need to feed themselves. So I hope that you will all think about the action that we all need to do individually and collectively and ask yourselves, what are you willing to do? Thank you.
I'm a black man! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! Peace, Queen. I'm a black man. If you up here talking about politics, fuck you. I don't want to hear nothing about no politics. I don't want to hear nothing about Democrats or Republicans because it's the same system who made both. So how do you win? How do you win? Dr. Jane Elliott, I'm going to do a little test. Dr. Jane Elliott said this. For any white person in this crowd, if you would change the position that you're in for a black person right now, raise your hand. I don't see no motherfucking hands raised, right? So you can talk all that shit you want. You can talk all that politics shit you want. It don't mean nothing. I don't care about these cars honking. That don't mean nothing.
Get out.
If you got a mask on and you talk about an pandemic right now, I don't want to hear none of that. This has been a bigger epidemic than anything. Black people being killed. If you got a mask on, talk about politics, and you're not gonna show your face like I have to, fuck you. No, I want to hear you talk, because you just pushing another agenda. You're trying to beat us in the head, and you're trying to do it at the time of our weakest. No, I want to hear that. We're not stupid. It's not about bad police. We can change that in a second, on a state level, on a national level, and a federal level. All we gotta do is police the police. Police the police. You got one bad record or something on you, you're off the fucking police station. It's simple. We gotta deal with white supremacy. That's the issue, white supremacy. And the police that's just a red herring. The police look over here when I'm doing this to you. That's what police is. And the same police that's not gonna have a job when we get rid of them, they'll still have their guns, they'll still have their white privilege and white supremacy behind them, backing them. That's not the issue. The scary part about white supremacy, the scary part about the KKK is they got masks on. They got hoodies on. So when they take them off, they're your teachers, they're your lawyers, they're your doctors. George Floyd, man. I didn't see the video. I don't want to see the video.
Murder.
I seen it already. Mike Brown, Sandra Bland. I can do this all fucking day. Why can I do this all day? Why do I have the ability to be able to do this all day? If you white, don't talk. Move. Make things happen for us, because we can't do it. Clearly, we can't do it. If you're gonna help. But don't be up here talking about what you care about. How many black friends you got?
It don't matter.
How many bits you
It
have?
matters. It matters, because I know some white boys that don't be acting European. They be playing my music. They be listening to me. They talk to me. They care about me, and I know they care. I know they care. I know some white boys who don't give a fuck too. I know if I was on, there's a big thing that we gotta talk about too. For some reason, we think it's okay to have these cameras on and keep the cameras on while somebody's getting murdered in front of you. What is your fucking problem? I blame it on white supremacy. They love seeing us die. They love seeing us die. And now they created social media for them to watch it more often. Now, if you, in your soul, in your spirit, can stand there and let somebody die, and you feel like filming it is gonna help,
You're a murderer.
what the? You're sick. We all sick. We're infected with this white supremacy. We're all sick. We are guilty by association. You're all sick, and we have to think about that. We got to think about that. I know if a Mack truck came down this block and a little kid is in the street, I'm running. I'm not thinking about that truck. I'm not a pussy. I'm not afraid to risk my life to save somebody else's. Stop being scared. Stop being fucking scared.
I'm from Peekskill. I'm 57 years old. I'm from Peekskill. I'm 57 years old. I was here before this library. I was here before this police station. I know some of these people in here all their life saw some of y'all born. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. What's going on is this. We often mistake change for progress. I want y'all to pay attention. Emmett Till was killed in '55. George Floyd was killed on Memorial Day. Pay attention. Pay attention, okay? Change. Obama's the president. Is it progress that Sandra Bland was killed while he was the president? Is it progress that Flint had brown motherfucking water? Is that progress? No, that's change. Pay attention. People get caught up in change. They don't understand progress. Who play ball here? Who play ball? Who play basketball? In 1946, the NBA was 100% black and 100% white owned. Today it's 80% black, but guess what? It's still 96% white owned. Because y'all take change and don't understand progress. So the same people still the boss. Pay attention, they gave you a black president and they took your life more with him than they did with Trump. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. They did the same thing when Obama was president because y'all took change and thought it was progress. Progress is when you see me and you don't see a black man. That's progress. Change is they let a black man talk to you. Progress is when you see me as a man. You understand? That's the difference. And people don't understand that. They'll go, excuse me. Thank you. All right? I love the passion of this young lady. I love the passion of this man. All right? But passion turns to action. All right? Remember, the 1% don't care about Sheila and they don't care about me. All right? They think they got the complexion for the protection, but guess what? When this neighborhood goes down, it goes down for everybody, black or white or Hispanic. And I'm just gonna leave y'all with a short story. All right? This man right here spoke. Pay attention. They came for the Jews, nobody did nothing.
Yes.
Wow. They came for the tradesmen, nobody did nothing. They came for the gays, nobody did nothing.
Thank you.
When they came for me, there was nobody. So when this man talks about immigration and illegal immigrants, there is no illegals. Illegal is a pluralized adjective. They're human beings. Pay attention. Pay attention. I'm telling you guys, pay attention. It's not Trump, he's the figurehead. It's not Obama, it's the figurehead. Where is the progress? Don't ever mistake change for progress. If you want progress, you gotta do something. And you know when you'll have a lot of progress? When you'll say, I just saw a guy spoke and I enjoyed it. Not when this black guy killed it. And remember that. Remember how you address each other and how you feel about each other. Because I don't talk like this, I live like this.
Right.
Los is my friend. Sheila's my girl. Here's my granddaughter. Black, white, Hispanic. I live a Benetton life because I got a Benetton heart. All right? Remember that. United Colors of Benetton. Y'all might not remember that. Back in the day, that was like our Gucci. But I'm telling you, you got to get a Benetton heart. You got to feel the same for everybody. I can't watch the George Floyd. I can't watch that video because if you can justify that in any way, you're not the same race as me. You're not the same species as me. Right.
All right.
All right. That shit was inhumane.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
That's because I'm loud.
Yeah.
I was born loud. We were born with voices to speak. We were born with voices to be leaders. We should not question our complexion. We should embrace it. It's a damn shame that people out here care more about animals and fucking bunny rabbits than my son. Pisses me off when news crews are out here for people getting killed, but they're not out here for positivity. Where the fuck are they?
They left.
They don't care.
Long time ago.
White people think it's not just about white people. Because at the end of the day, if you're not rich, y'all in the same fucking boat as us. Y'all a little better off, but they don't give a fuck about y'all either. They charge us for land we own. We buy a house and they charge us taxes. What is that? They care about money. That's it. They don't give a fuck if you white, black. If you don't got money, they don't give a fuck. Period.
My name's Israel. I'm not